How long does it take to get Maple into gold? Well, apparently not that long. Let's dive into it. So, I went above and beyond for this video. I picked out some clips from my first session playing with Vivi, one of my buddies, and just enjoy. How do you oh, that's so dumb. Fuck that. Well, yeah, I tried finishing it with a fair, but you lived it. She's weak as shit. You have to be skilled to play Maple. It's dumb. See, like, you have to be skilled and know not to dash attack there like a dumbass. No way, that almost kills. What is this character? Up tilt, fuck character. Like, oh, fair, spam, spam, blah, 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 blah. Random grab every once in a while. Dumb. Also dumb. Also dumb. Also dumb. I hate this game, dude. Oh, just over time. Down air, yeah. Yeah, up throw, down air. Fleet is way more enjoyable than... Fleet is way more enjoyable than whatever the hell this character is. This character's dumb, they shouldn't have hit! That was so dumb. What? I was above you! As you can tell, I was not a fan of playing Maple. She was just very unintuitive to me after playing heavies for the last however many days. And she was a rushdown character, like some of the other characters that I play, like Zetterburn and Olympia. But unlike those two, she doesn't have a lot of kill power. Instead, she relies on her tether mechanic to get nice aerial hits off stage close to the blast zone. But as you'll find out, I never utilize this. So overall, it was quite difficult for me to get used to her playstyle. And her combo game is just so different from the characters that I played before. Idolus, for example, is very dash attack, jump cancel, nair, fast fall type beat, and you cannot do that as Maple. You can dash attack, but you can get punished pretty hard for dash attacking. So, and another thing is that as Maple, dash attack is incredibly predictable. But at the same time, that kind of leans into her strength of getting the opponent to hold their shield so you can grab them. And Maple's game plan is far different from Loxodon's game plan, because Loxodon's game plan is to range you out, but Maple's game plan is to never let you breathe. So adjusting from spacing to rush down with such drastically different playstyles was very difficult for me, more difficult than I had imagined. That being said, after an hour, I felt pretty comfortable playing her, but it was incredibly jarring at the start. I ended my evening of day 1 at 793 after playing a laggy Zetterburn. I should also mention that I dropped down to an elo of 783 before this video started. On the night of day 1, I played against a Zetterburn that was somehow at 861, even though he should have been at 761. I don't know how the Zetter made it so high up on the leaderboards or for elo for the skill level that he played at. It's things like that that make me think that the US just has better players than in Brazil, but at the same time, I encounter people who are rated 1,000 who seem very, very similar to people rated 1,000 in the States, being people who I can almost beat but quite consistently lose to. So I couldn't really tell you. So I guess I don't have a solid answer on who is better between Brazilians and Americans. Well, I can say that Americans certainly have a higher skill ceiling with Kegasol and Stango and Plop and all of the top players coming from the US, but I would argue that the skill floor is roughly the same. But anyways, that just threw me for a loop. On the afternoon of day 2, I played in the Brazilian Weekly, and I did not win a single game as expected. I'm not going to elaborate too much on this here because I intend to release a video about it later in the week. But the short version of it is that I played against this guy named Pocantonio, who played Orcane, and it was a bloodbath. He was much better than me. In losers, I played against Loglord, who plays Rano, and he's a buddy. And normally he beats me decently, but I thought I put up a good fight, so I'm pretty proud of my performance against him specifically. I also got advice that I should try to fish for more up special kills, particularly off of down tilt and perhaps up air. But as you'll see, I didn't really need to implement this in my game too much because I got to gold that night. I ended day 2 with an elo of 913, and it's very interesting that I was able to get to gold without fully utilizing her kit. I really just played solid neutral, tried to find dash attacks when I could, grabs when I could. I really did not utilize all of her different recovery styles, her special getup, her mark combos. I still don't know how to do mark combos for the kill. Down special, I don't know how to use that effectively as well. So it was just very, very interesting that I was able to get so good so quickly just based off of my neutral alone. And that leads me to believe that I don't think getting these future characters to gold will really be much of an issue. So I should probably start making videos to platinum. But I still like the feeling of getting somebody to gold. So I'll keep on getting all my characters to gold, so I at least have a baseline for all of them. So again, this took me 2 days to get to gold. I technically played her for one other day besides this, but for the video, we'll just say 2 days is close enough. And at the end of when I played this character, I really started to fall in love with playing her because it's a lot more delicate. The game that you play is a lot different, but it's still just as fun as the other games. In fact, it may even be more fun because it's about getting those perfect hits. It's about dash dancing and moving so crazily that your opponent can't predict where you are and then strike in between moves. For example, I was playing this actually pretty decent Clarin for most of the night of day 2, and she was relatively good, but I think I just out-neutraled her by finding with dash attacks, with F tilts, with down tilt or down airs, for example, landing down airs, stuff like that. So this character became extremely rewarding in the end because of how fast she was and how commanding of a neutral that she played. And I also want to mention that you are really easily able to read DI as Maypul. For example, up air chains are very satisfying with her because you can read how the opponent reacts, or up throw chains, especially when you use special pummel and you can combine that with some nice mark plays. I didn't really do too much of that because I wasn't good enough. I mostly just got her to gold through neutral, but I see the potential in why people enjoy playing this character because it takes a little bit of setup, but once everything lines up, it lines up very, very nicely. Oh, also for the graphs, line go up, good. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe so we get to 1,000 subs and I can turn off ads for y'all. And yeah, that's it. Have a great day. Goodbye.